What's going on, good people? Welcome to College Football Final Week 16, Times After Effects Show, episode 108. And technically, this is not Week 16. This is a playoff ranking preview. So technically not Week 16. The first playoff game is until December 19th. But yeah, y'all know how we do. Let's just dive right in. So as we all kind of thought, right, the quarterfinal teams, the teams that have that first week bye, the only undefeated team in college football, Indiana, they came in at number 1. Ohio State came in at number 2. So Ohio State and Indiana pretty much just swapped spots. Number 3, you got Georgia, who dominated in the SEC championship. And won the SEC championship. And then number 4, you got Texas Tech. I believe in one of my other episodes, I believe I saw that 12 of their wins, they won by 20 plus points. So they pretty much dominated the Big 12. So not surprised there. Now, 5 through 12 is where things get, let's say, a little sticky. First game, you got number 12, JMU versus number 5, Oregon. Oregon will be hosting in the first round on December 20th at 7:30. And so, let me know what you guys think about this game. To be completely honest, I think Oregon is going to clobber JMU. I know JMU won their conference, and so they got that at-large bid. Number 12 team in the country, we all know was definitely, I believe, Notre Dame or BYU or one of those type teams. So I definitely think Oregon is going to clobber JMU, but I guess we'll see. And the winner of that game will play number 4 Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl on January 1st. Next, first round game, we got number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. December 19th at 8 p.m. Oklahoma is hosting. I think this is going to be a really good game. I can't remember the score during the season, but I believe Alabama eked out with the win versus Oklahoma, or Oklahoma maybe beat Alabama. So this will be another SEC rematch. And I think Alabama will come out and play a lot better just based off how they played in the SEC championship. Interested to see John Mateer versus Ty Simpson. Is a Heisman candidate. John Mateer knows how to win games, but his stats and his performances haven't been super offensively explosive or sexy, anything of that nature. But he knows how to win games. He knows how to lead his team and win games. So I think that would be a very good matchup in a couple weeks on Friday, December 19th. Next first round game we got is number 11 Tulane versus number 6 Ole Miss. A Lane Kiffin-less Ole Miss on December 20th at 3:30 in Oxford. Looks like Pete Golding, who's the defensive coordinator, took over for Lane Kiffin since he decided to go to LSU. And I read a couple clippings that Golding has said that he's not changing his persona or his process. I don't think he's ever been a head coach before, so he's just going to kind of do what he knows. What do you all think about this game? I think Ole Miss and Oxford, I think they're going to clobber Tulane. I know Tulane got in because they won their conference. To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of them, so I don't know how good they are. But I have seen Ole Miss play several good teams, and I know they're explosive on offense. I think they'll come out with a chip on their back, seeing how, Lane Kiffin decided not to stay there and go to LSU. So I think they're going to blow Tulane out, but let me know what you all think. The winner of that game will play Georgia in the quarterfinals in the Sugar Bowl on January 1st. Then lastly, this team was massively talked about, number 10 Miami at number 7 Texas A&M on December 20th in College Station, Texas. So what do you all think? Should Notre Dame have got in versus Miami? Now, Miami did win the head-to-head matchup in week 1 on August 31st, 27-24. But both teams were 10-2, Miami and Notre Dame. And obviously Texas A&M, they were undefeated up until losing to Texas during rivalry week. And so that messed up their chances of going to the SEC championship. But other than that, they played flawless football in the win column and, was able to pull in 12 or 11 wins before losing to Texas. So I think Texas A&M and Miami is going to be a good game. Eager to see Carson Beck versus Texas A&M quarterbacks. Now his name slips my mind, but he's been super explosive with his arm and his legs all season. And Carson Beck is just your atypical veteran for Miami. So the winner of that game is going to get Ohio State on December 31st in the Cotton Bowl. So yeah. I don't know. Miami was 10-2. Notre Dame was 10-2. Miami did win the head-to-head matchup. And I know Miami lost to unranked Louisville, then I think unranked SMU team. And I can't remember off the top of my head who Notre Dame lost to, but it's come out that Notre Dame and head coach Marcus Freeman have decided actually to opt out of playing in their bowl. I'm not sure what bowl game they were chosen to be in, but due to being pushed out of the college football playoff, they're not accepting their bowl bid. And to me, I think that's just a bummer for the seniors, right? Yes, you all did not make the playoffs, but The seniors should be able to go out with a bang, playing in an amazing January bowl game and kind of cementing their careers at the University of Notre Dame. Also, just from a university perspective, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but usually when you go to bowl games as universities, you receive money, right? These bowl games pay these schools millions of dollars to play in these bowl games and to get this type of exposure for the school. So for them to opt out, clearly they feel really strongly about missing the college football playoff. So to me, that's not a good look. That's not the right move. I'm actually surprised that Marcus Freeman decided to do that, but that's neither here nor there. I think this is going to shape up and be a great college football playoff this year, 2025 going into 2026. The Alabama-Oklahoma rematch should be a good one. Miami, Texas A&M. That should be a good one. And actually, Texas A&M quarterback, his name just came back to me, Marcel Reed. So Marcel Reed versus Carson Beck should be a really good game. And those four quarterfinal teams, the top four ranked teams, we'll be watching those games in a couple weeks to see who they'll get. In those January bowls. So all in all, I think the committee did a good job. Miami and Notre Dame's kind of up in the air for me. I still think Oregon's going to clobber JMU, and Ole Miss is going to clobber Tulane. But I'm sure I'm not the only one in the country that thinks that. So that's all we have for the college football playoff preview. Hopefully we get some good highlights in here while we've been talking about these games. So yeah, if you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe to LeBron Daniels TV and turn your notifications on. If you are listening to this pod wherever you get your pods, please subscribe to the After Effects show. And until the next time, peace.